Hello everybody and welcome back to Hardwired Dog Training. I'm your co-host Nathan Beatty again, and this is our lovely host, Bungie. Now, the other day I did a video on potty training and crate training, but there's a few things that we didn't go over. So this is kind of a crate training part 2, or how to stop the whining in the crate. Now this process, again, takes a few weeks at least, and it gets better over time, but sometimes it does get worse before it gets better. So just keep those things in mind as we do this. Now, since we've done a little bit of crate training for the past couple days, what we're going to do is start adding the word crate. And so I have his meal here, his kibble, and we're going to go ahead and start using it. Oh, you're hungry, aren't you? Bungie! Crate! Oh, his harness got caught on the crate. I guess that's something to watch out for. There you go. So even though he's part of the way in, he got all the way in as soon as I said that, but even if they're part of the way in, I'll still take that and reward it. He's looking for a little bit more. I'm going to wait for him to come out. I might even encourage him to come out with the treat and then throw the treat back in. Bungie, come. Good boy. Crate. And then that's kind of how we add the word crate, is we throw the treat in, we say crate, and then we wait for them to go in. We lead them back out, and then we say crate. And let them go in. And then after you start doing that for a few repetitions, you'll lead him out again, and then you'll say crate, and wait for him to get all the way in. Encourage him to get in if you have to. And then close the door. And before he starts whining, say good crate. And give him a treat. Once he has that, you can open it back up and let him fall out, I guess. Wait for him to come back out if you can. But lead him back and say crate. Then encourage him to go all the way in and say good crate. Give him a few treats that time. Now, as far as crate whining goes, as soon as I lock this and he sees I have something he wants, or he just wants out or whatever, sometimes they'll start barking. Bungie has been okay with the barking, so he may or may not if I'm sitting here. But as soon as we walk away, he starts barking because he thinks we're not near. He has a little bit of separation anxiety, and we'll go over that in a later video. The process is very similar to what we're about to do now. As long as he is calm in the crate and not going crazy, barking, whining, all of that stuff, then we're going to give him a treat and say good. You can say good crate, you can say good job, good dog, or you can just say yes. And we're going to have a video on charging the markers, which is yes or clickers. And that's kind of what you want to use once you get that process started. So every time I hand him a crate, I'm going to say yes. Or hand him a treat. Say yes. And now I'm kind of waiting for him to settle down and lay down if he does. If he doesn't, that's fine too. I'm going to try to encourage him to. Yes. He's still being calm. He knows he's going to get his treats. But you see, he's kind of anxious. And so I'm just going to wait a few seconds of him being still and focused and not worrying so much about everything else. Yes. Yes. If he lays down, I'm going to give him a jackpot, which is a bunch of treats. Yes. This is really good. Wire crates are really good for this. If you have a different crate, like this treat keeps falling out. If you have a really good crate like Roughland or Impact dog crates or something, it may be a little more difficult, but the principle is exactly the same. Every time that he's settled, If you have one you can't drop treats into, every time he's settled, you would open it back up and say yes. So he's laid down again, so I'm going to say yes and give him some more. Make sure we pick up the ones that bounce out and throw them back in there. That way he knows when he's in the crate, I want him settled and laying down, not barking, not making noises. This really needs to be a place for him to lay down and settle down and be okay. Again, this process takes a couple weeks. This long line's getting tangled around him, so I'm going to take him out real quick and put him back in a second. Come on, Bungie, come here. Because he came to me, I'm going to go ahead and give him a treat outside of the crate. I'm going to go ahead and take this off for now. Crate. I want him to go all the way in now. Yes. That way he understands he needs to go all the way in there. And then we're going to wait again for a sit or down. There's the sit. Yes. And this is kind of how the process goes, waiting on the sit or the down or the settle, just so he understands that this is what I want from you. If he starts whining, I might come over here and sit next to him and wait for him to settle down and then give him a bunch of treats. So that's kind of the process. If your dog just does not like going into the crate and starts whining immediately, just sit next to them and wait for them to stop whining. And the second they stop, you say yes or use your clicker, and that's kind of how to crate train your dog. So this is crate training part 2. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the next few videos we put out, because we got a couple really fun and cute ones coming out soon. Thank you very much. Bye.